The publication of the transcript of the first phone call between the then new US President Donald Trump and Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull has been met with anger on Manus Island. When Mr. Trump asked Mr. Turnbull about the details of the refugee swap deal brokered under the previous US administration, Mr. Turnbull said the US was only obliged to go through the process. Iranian Kurdish journalist Behrouz Boochani told SBS World News via phone that the transcripts shows the deal was not a real option for asylum seekers being held on Manus Island and Nauru. He also rejected Mr. Turnbull's claim that most of those seeking asylum are economic refugees as disingenuous. It is only propaganda. This deal is a fake deal. And the American president clearly said that we are not going to take these people, said Mr. Boochani, who has been imprisoned on the island for 4 years. They only needed this fake deal to put people through a fake process to waste time. They don't want people to settle in PNG. There is not a future for us in this country, and this is not a safe country. There is enough evidence that this is not a safe country for the refugee. Turnbull on leaked call with Trump. The release of the transcript comes amid protests by asylum seekers against leaving the facility for a temporary transit center in the island's main town of Loringroo. Related, the protests reportedly began on Tuesday after water and power supplies were cut off at the centre's largest compound on Monday. Mr. Boochani said Australian federal police were leading local officers in attempting to enter the facility but were denied by asylum seekers in the way. The refugees lay down in front of my compound. The guards are ready to attack. 100 refugees and 50 guards are involved, manus wrote Behrouz Boochani at Behrouz Boochani August 4, 2017. There were reports that 3 refugees were attacked and robbed in separate incidents outside of the compound at the weekend, including a Sudanese asylum seeker who suffered leg wounds from a machete, an Iranian who was injured in an armed hold-up, and another man robbed while walking. Mr. Boochani said life inside was systematic torture for the asylum seekers, but was preferable to life in PNG or being returned to a country of origin. Asylum seekers hold sit-down protest at Manus Island on Friday. I cannot go back to Iran. If I go back, they will arrest me at the airport and then torture me physically for months and months, and after that they will definitely hang me. How can I go back now? I have to stay here and resist. Or there is another way. I can kill myself. If I kill myself, this game is over. Despite the protests being peaceful for the first 4 days, Mr. Boochani said he feared the response of authorities would lead to violence because of provocation. Related, the Department of Immigration is provoking refugees to make our protest into violence, and we don't want this. They need violence to use force against us. But we are not going to make any violence. He said the asylum seekers were determined to stay in the detention center. When both sides are determined, I am sure some violence will happen, he said. A tweet posted Friday afternoon stated security forces had withdrawn. Guards, police gone. Hundreds of refugees are gathering in my compound. They're very worried. The guards may come again at a different gate. Behrouz Boochani at Behrouz Boochani August 4, 2017. The Department of Immigration and Border Protection and the Australian Federal Police have been contacted for comment. Asylum seekers gather as security forces assemble on Friday. Related.